And here we have it, guys, the last seconds of the day. Beautiful, beautiful sunset here, very colorful. So if on one side it's closed with a wall, on this side you get a whole bunch of barbed wire. Incredible. So the deal is they close down everything around the parliament because they don't want any riots around it. You know, we have seen riots throughout the country of Lebanon, so that is the main reason why they close everything around, and you cannot walk, you know, to some of the most important parts here in downtown Beirut, some of the old parts. If you need a James Bond spy camera, definitely come to Fox Technology here, or elite equipment for the Marines, Commando, SWAT, Ninja, Delta, Scorpion, Cobra, 511. You got it. What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new episode, this time from downtown Beirut. Starting the day off here at Martin Square. Going to turn the camera around. It's a little bit noisy here because of the traffic, that way you'll hear me better. But yeah, I just made it here this morning from Istanbul. Had a short little layover last night and exploring the city. 22 Celsius, beautiful clear skies. Trying to get, you know, familiarized with Beirut. We're gonna be here for a little bit later on our trip. Before exploring Lebanon, we're actually gonna go, or we're gonna try to go to Syria for 5-6 days in order to explore that part of the Middle East, which has been closed off for quite a bit now. We got the visa, and you know, we're taking the opportunity in order to visit. A little bit expensive, but more of that you have seen in the previous episodes. But right now here at the mosque, I totally forgot that you know, can't go with shorts in the mosque, so I'm not sure if I can get in. But a lot of the streets that we have tried to go in on this side of the town were actually closed off. There's the Ministry of Finance, there's some consultancy firms, so yeah, not sure exactly why we cannot go in this part of the old town right now. It's fenced all throughout, there's soldiers all throughout, and yeah, we're trying to see exactly, like I said, getting familiarized a little bit today. I'll show you some highlights of Beirut. I'll give you some info regarding Lebanon in general, regarding money, regarding how to get here, regarding visas, regarding COVID stuff, and then you know, try to enjoy the city. Here are some outstanding views of the city with some ruins at the bottom. I don't believe these are the Roman baths because on the map they show somewhere on that side, but still pretty cool with a whole bunch of old churches. The skyline of the new city. You get a mosque here and there. Yeah, and the big mosque of Beirut right behind us. Yeah, again, a very, very eclectic city. We actually came from the promenade on the eastern side of the city, on the western side of the city, sorry, and then I'm gonna throw some images while we walked towards the main part of the city. And check this out, the spaceship, this devastated spaceship building look-alike. Not sure exactly what it is, but it's completely covered in graffitis just next door to the mosque. Yeah, so a lot of the city was a little bit impacted by the explosion a couple of years ago. If you remember on the news, in the harbor there was a ship with some type of chemical that exploded, and it was felt all throughout the city of Beirut, and even at the airport, which is quite far, around 15-20 minutes from downtown here. So yeah, the city, I mean the whole country of Lebanon was a little bit affected, you know, ever since the civil war back in the 80s. You know, the country has not revived itself to its former glory. It used to be known as the Paris of the Middle East, the Paris of the Orient, the Pearl of the Orient, and it still looks, you know, quite nice. If you need a James Bond spy camera, definitely come to Fox Technology here, or elite equipment for the Marines, Commando, SWAT, Ninja, Delta, Scorpion, Cobra, 511. You got it. So the deal is they close down everything around the parliament because they don't want any riots around it. You know, we have seen riots throughout the country of Lebanon, so that is the main reason why they close everything around, and you cannot walk, you know, to some of the most important parts here in downtown Beirut, some of the old parts. But yeah, it is what it is. A whole bunch more ruins here in Beirut. Again, this is the street that we're not allowed to go. As you can see, I'm not sure if there's any soldiers here or not, but there are wires all throughout and we cannot go there. Not sure exactly this is a recent thing or something that's been put in place for a while. But yeah, some columns here right beside this church right here. I had to film on the phone for this wide angle because it's quite grand in order to get the floor, or what's remaining of the floor, and also the top. The church in the background, picture perfect right there. And right near, check this out, a big humongous opening. Not sure exactly if there was a building at what point, but yeah, this is just near where the gated street was, near the mosque and near the old ruins of the churches. Yeah, again, this is the mix. I mean, check it out right there. Check out those buildings. What, I don't know, it looks like they're just covered in plastic, covered in some type of nylon all throughout, man. I mean, the explosion did affect quite a few buildings here, and a lot of the glass were destroyed, so maybe that's why. Really not sure exactly. Right now it's praying time at the mosques, and yeah, everyone is at the mosques, and that's why you hear the prayers, and they're quite loud because they're like 4 mosques surrounding us. And a quick glance at the church with the mosque in the background and some of the other buildings here. Yeah, at times I don't know what to think. It's a mixed feeling here in Beirut. So this is the Revolution Wall, I guess. I was not aware of the Revolution Wall in Beirut, you know, similar to maybe the Berlin Wall. But yeah, quite the interesting graffiti all throughout. So if on one side is closed with a wall, on this side you get a whole bunch of barbed wire. Incredible. Beautiful trees alongside, all blooming with beautiful purple. Check this out, superb. But yeah, the traffic is a little bit chaotic right now and quite noisy here in downtown Beirut due to inflation being so high. I mean, even Starbucks, one chai tea latte here is just a little bit over $1. So yeah, even the coffee, the Americano, the chais, anything you can pretty much get for $1 or $1.50, which is, yeah, unbelievable. It is extremely sad for what's happening overall in the country of Lebanon, but you know, as a tourist right now, it's actually quite decent exchange wise. And some really awkward monuments here, just made out of stones. A little stone age of Beirut. But the buildings, again, I mean, every single one of them is, you know, it looks like it's not fitting into some type of, I don't know, union of buildings here. Everything is different. The one in front is different. This one is different. You get some new ones. You get some old ones. You get some destroyed ones. Everything is, you know, I don't know, a beautiful mess. And what city nowadays does not have a I love you sign, or you're in whatever city? But yeah, heading over downtown Beirut, this is pretty much the scenery that you're gonna get. In order to not get too much hate, you definitely have to show the luxurious part of Beirut as well, with olive trees on the terraces of the buildings. Yeah, still, you know, you get these boulders and the wire near the streets, but yeah, a different side of Beirut as well. St. Nicholas stairs here in Beirut. Looks quite nice with all the flowers and the pastel colors. Well, not all the buildings, but the path, the stairway does look quite nice. And the promenade here in Beirut, very close to our hotel. There are some people shooting a film or something, because there are a whole bunch of TV crews all throughout, but quite windy here. I'll say probably 5 minutes and our hotel is somewhere there. You get right now a mix of stuff. You get some buildings completely deteriorated, and then you get some pretty nice ones like you see right there in the background, and then, you know, the beautiful clean waters of the Mediterranean. Yeah, quite the contrast so far. I'll give you guys more info here in the next sequences and in the next episodes about Lebanon in general. But yeah, this is just an introduction to Lebanon, one day in Beirut and then another destination that most likely you have seen it on the channel. Okay, so here's another contrast. It's beautiful 22 Celsius here, but towards the east we get some snow high in the mountains, and in front here again some yachts, just some yachts, nothing else. And of course, Beirut has some skyscrapers as well. Check it out right there. Took these stairs all the way up near the highway here, and you can get a pretty decent glance. And the more up you go, the better the views get, like always. Check it out right there. You can see the clear views of the mountains, snow-peaked mountains right there. Some interesting graffitis here on the blocks in central Beirut. Quite nice and colorful. There was one on this side as well, but forgot to film it. Took a couple of photos, so yeah, most likely they'll appear on Instagram. So if you want to see it, head over there. Heading over right now towards Pigeon Rock here, probably the most famous landmark in Beirut. Going for sunset. It's probably the most visited spot for sunset, and yeah, hopefully we can get a decent one. There are a few clouds here and there, but overall should get some color. So making a quick stop by the highway here at the gesture monument that was made in commemoration of the big explosion that Beirut had, what, a couple of years ago at the seaport here, with everything was destroyed, and quite a bit of the city felt it as well. They said even at the airport they felt the explosion. One of the boats that was carrying some type of chemical pretty much exploded, and they shattered quite a few things. And then a year later or so they built this monument which is called the Gesture. And here we have it, the Pigeon Rock. Like I said, probably the most famous spot to witness the sunset in Beirut. Clouds still coming in, so not sure how good the sunset will be, but 2 more hours. But yeah, let's walk a little bit. The Corniche, the promenade here in Beirut. Same view, different spot, different perspective. The water is actually quite clean, and more caves all throughout. Yeah, I mean, it looks quite rough on this side, but on the other side, as you have seen previously, it's, you know, it's raw, you know, it's not maintained as it should be. It's a beautiful corniche, beautiful view towards the Pigeon Rock, but on the other side it needs a little bit more maintenance, in my opinion. And as soon as I got done filming the Pigeon Rock that you have seen in the previous sequence, a big fight started right in front of us, and at one point there were knives and there were chairs involved, and yeah, we did not expect that. Anyway, going right now to witness the Pigeon Rock from a different viewpoint before heading up to the Corniche again and waiting for the sunset. But in the meantime, just decided to give you guys some info regarding Lebanon in general. And probably the most important thing to know about Lebanon if you do come is the exchange rate. There's a hyper inflation right now. Definitely just bring cash. Don't bring any cards. Never pay with a card. Never take money out of an ATM. At the hotel they accept both euros and dollars. So yeah, most people bring dollars because they give you the best exchange rate for the dollar. But yeah, that was just a little FYI here while we were walking towards the Pigeon Rock. But yeah, let me show you guys more of the surrounding. Some fishermen here Yeah, you would not expect this going up the Corniche to see this. I don't know, this little house with a whole bunch of boats. They do give boat rides around Pigeon Rock. Someone asked us if we wanted a boat ride, but yeah, at this point we're just gonna walk and then go back up. No, no boat, thank you. No, no, thank you very much. Yeah, just another offer for a boat ride at the Pigeon Rock. Whole bunch of people fishing, as you can see. But yeah, this is the rocky landscape of the Beirut promenade, the Beirut Mediterranean coast. Here's a view from the opposite side of the Pigeon Rock. Whole bunch of flowers here, but a whole bunch more wind as well. It looks like there are a few grottos here, some caves at the base. The good part right now is that the sun is highlighting the coast and the skyline, but the colorful sunset is behind us. And if you do want to come and soak up the sun in Beirut, they do got a couple of beaches here. Yeah, just walking right now, killing time, waiting for the sunset. It looks like we might have a colorful one. It looks like the sun is going down right there where the patch of cloud is actually a little bit thin. So almost sunset time, and like I hoped, and it looks like it's gonna happen. The sky cleared up at the horizon and we're gonna get some color. But beautiful light hitting the rocks. And here we have it, guys, the last seconds of the day. Beautiful, beautiful sunset here, very colorful. Still doing a time lapse on the other camera. Hopefully it turns out good. It's a little bit dark in the foreground, but the sky, superb, superb. And once the sun goes down, guys, don't leave, wait, because the sky gets way more colorful. Check that out. Superb. Yeah, you gotta get the right exposure, but you know, this is phenomenal. And guys, putting an end to this video, the first day here in Beirut. A few more things about Beirut that I forgot to mention throughout the day. They do have a lot of power outages. They actually have official outages between 8:30 and 10:30 in the morning, and as well as 2:30 at night and 6:30 or 6 in the morning. Not 100% sure. So yeah, just leave your batteries, leave your phones, you know, charged. Yeah, they'll probably go off during the night, but by the time you wake up, you'll have some. So, or once you leave the hotel, leave your external batteries charged. You know, yeah, they do have this every single day. Some hotels do have the generators. You know, our Wi-Fi did work during that period of time. We did come to the hotel a little bit early, around 9 o'clock. They let us do the check-in. Then we realized, you know, power did go off completely. We took a nap, woke up at 10:30. We did realize the lights went on, you know, the phone started charging. So yeah, just kind of be prepared for power outages throughout the day. Again, some hotels are better than than others. So yeah, just take that in consideration. If they do have generators, you can ask them ahead of time. I knew about the power outages, but I didn't know they were actually official, that they have certain hours specifically, and everyone gets prepared for that. So, you know, that's kind of a, you know, a heads up. It's always appreciated. But yeah, long day here in Beirut, long night, slept very little in Istanbul, then came here, and then we walked quite a bit, probably almost 20 kilometers today. So yeah, tomorrow heading over to Syria. So yeah, most likely you have seen the series, or it might be after this series from Lebanon. Not sure exactly how I decided. So yeah, talking talking in the past, talking in the future. It's a little bit confusing right now, but yeah, just head over to all the other videos and yeah, you'll figure it out. Lebanon so far has been a mix of feelings. Yeah, the good, the bad, the ugly. It's all here in Beirut. But yeah, stay tuned for more episodes in Lebanon. Gratitude should be the only attitude. Stay humble, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.